everyone, my name is Shauna in case you don't know, and welcome back to another video. Today's video is the second video in my Daniel Radcliffe series, and this video is about Guns Akimbo, which is currently available on Prime Video. Guns Akimbo came out in 2020, so last year. It is rated R, so keep that in mind. It is very violent. There is a scene where you see a penis, but I'm guessing that it probably was a fake penis and not Daniel Radcliffe's actual penis. But I'll never know. So if you've seen the movie Nerve that came out several years ago, where they were sort of doing these really intense game shows where it was like this whole virtual thing, there was like people watching all across the world watching in on these virtual events, and some ended up to turn out to be really deadly. Guns Akimbo sort of follows along those lines, but it is like a version of that but on drugs because it's so much more intense, and basically when they're watching this there's bound to be deaths. Well, Nerve is about trying to like get up in the system and earn money and stuff. Guns Akimbo is simply more of like an assassination game. Guns Akimbo follows this character Miles. He works this boring job working for a app, and he likes to go on the internet and troll people back. So if someone's like, "You're stupid," he'll troll them back, he'll report you and stuff like that. I have mixed feelings on what he was doing in the first place because honestly I don't like trolling, but if you're trying to troll back a troll, like your comments could get worse. And you could be doing worse than what the actual troll's doing. Like, I have mixed feelings about it. But anyways, because of this, he goes on to the game that is in here. It's not called Guns Akimbo. I don't remember what the game itself is called, but because he trolls back these trolls, he gets caught up in Guns Akimbo because he tries to troll back the trolls on the Guns Akimbo like game, and his nickname turns into Guns Akimbo. That's where the name of the movie comes from. So these people are really upset that he's trying to troll them back in the comment section of this video where they're watching people get murdered, and so the people from the game come in, take him and put him under surgery, and they use actual screws to drill his fingers and his hand onto guns. So he's stuck like this with guns on his hands, and he can't get them off, and it's really painful. The movie sort of progresses from there. They do motivational things to try and get him to kill the person that he's supposed to kill, including like taking his girlfriend and stuff, so it does get really intense. I thought that Guns Akimbo was the craziest of the Daniel Radcliffe movies that he's done, and that's saying a lot because I thought that Swiss Army Man was really crazy, but I mean, I guess Swiss Army Man and Guns Akimbo could be on the same like craziness level. I don't know, dead farting corpse, guns literally screwed into hands. I don't know which one's crazier. So of course, as you're hearing me describe this, you're probably getting that it's really extremely bloody and violent. It did make me a little nauseous at some points because it was so violent. And because it's so bloody and violent, I was confused how some of the characters, specifically the main character Miles, survived what happened to them. Because some of this stuff, I was like, I don't think you can survive that much blood loss, and I don't think you can survive being shot that many times, but yet the characters magically did. So it wasn't necessarily the most realistic movie, but it was definitely a very strong action movie, and I feel like that was the appeal. They were trying to appeal to action audiences with this movie. Daniel Radcliffe did an amazing American accent during this whole movie. It was incredible. It sounded so like nice. His voice is always nice to listen to, but it was even like nicer with this American accent. He's done so many accents in different movies. I like his British one, his normal one, and the American one the best, I think. I do want to note too, on the topic of blood and violence, there is a lot of F-bombs dropped everywhere in this film. F-bombs meaning the F word, non-stop. The thing about me is like, I don't really cuss that often. I'm not the hugest fan of cussing, but like if it's in a show, I'll just put up with it. But if you're like a child, don't watch this film, okay? There's not really sexual things in this film. It's just very violent, lots of cussing, and you do see a wiener. I think that this whole movie was designed to set up a series of movies, but I'm not sure how well it did in the box office because it came out in like February of 2020, which was like close to the start of the pandemic, so I wonder if it bombed in box offices. I'm not sure. If it did well, it will probably get a sequel because I can definitely see the potential for this to be set up for a series, especially at the ending. You can tell like this was definitely made to start a big action series. The thing is, like, I don't know how many people actually watched it because I feel like we saw the behind the scenes where he's like wearing the bathrobe and he has the guns, and people are like making jokes out of it and saying that look was like Harry Potter in 2020 and stuff. Yeah, I'm just like, I don't know how many people actually watched this movie when it came out. I watched it on Prime Video, and I was like not gonna watch it right away because I thought it sounded really like weird, but I did end up actually really enjoying it. I thought that the whole cast was incredible. Well, in a lot of shows it feels like you're just watching actors who are acting. In Guns Akimbo it feels like you are watching real people in real scenarios, which is always like a plus for me. That means like you have a really good cast. A few more things to say on this movie. Next up, the actress who played Nyx, and I'll include a picture of Nyx somewhere on the screen. I feel like she has a lot of potential to play a female version of the Joker or Harley Quinn. She does a good job of playing someone who is like mentally insane and psychotic, but at the same time has a rough past. And I feel like that is both the Joker and Harley Quinn, so I feel like she'd be great at either of them. I haven't personally been a huge fan of any of the Harley Quinn or Joker actors in recent years, and maybe if they got her in on the universe, I would much more like to watch the DC movies and shows. I also thought she was like such an incredible actress. I looked up pictures of her and she like really transformed for the role of Nyx, and I really want to see more stuff that she's been in because she was awesome. Next up, I feel like there's lots of cosplay potential for this movie. You can do like Miles with the guns, but at the same time, like I always feel like sometimes bringing guns into conventions is like a little hard to do because you have to have it like super clear that it's fake, but then it takes away from the aesthetic of your costume because you have like the orange tip. But I feel like Nyx and Nova have great cosplay potential. Maybe I'll cosplay Nyx someday, I don't know, I just really liked them. I sort of wish that more cosplayers would watch this movie because maybe then we could get more Guns Akimbo cosplays, maybe, I don't know, I just feel like it'd be really cool to see more Guns Akimbo cosplays, especially because Nova has like really pretty and awesome hair. My final thing to say is that I feel like there is an underlying message to this whole movie that a lot of people need to learn, which is be careful of what you post online. Miles wouldn't have gotten mixed up in any of this, he wouldn't have had to kill people, he wouldn't have had to see so many people die if he just thought about what he posted more online and he didn't get anger issues behind the screen. I feel like this is an important lesson for a lot of people, but Guns Akimbo really takes this message and really like amplifies it. Like they take the idea like, what if he has really bad punishments for posting things online without thinking, and because of that the whole like story unfolds. Yeah, so Guns Akimbo, I would say it's a pretty solid movie. It is less weird and dumb, I guess, based off of what you saw in the trailers. Like, it's definitely better than the trailers. It's not the best movie in the world, but I still really did enjoy it, and Daniel Radcliffe did incredible. In case you can't tell in this series, a lot of this series is just me focused on Daniel Radcliffe's acting because I feel like he is one of the best actors that is out there currently. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to me if you haven't already. I upload videos every Monday, Tuesday, and Friday, so I'll see you next Monday for the third video in this Daniel Radcliffe series, which will be on the movie My Boy Jack. Until next time, goodbye!